So in today's adventure, I'm making a hydroponics tower. I made a short of this one, and this is the long version. So it started 5-gallon Lowe's bucket. The Lowe's lid has this nice little circle in it, which actually fits perfect for the pipe to go straight through it. I'm gonna heat this up with the heat gun to cut it out. I don't have a jigsaw. That would make it really easy. Just follow the circle. Now, this piece right here came from a 10-foot PVC pipe. It has this flared section down here, which is going to actually be perfect for the pump to sit in, because this part is just a little too thin, or actually it's a little cramped. Now, this V section right here, the power cord is going to come through here. This section right here is a 3-foot section with each slice being 3 inches apart. I've already done a test cut right here. Actually, I've done all my cuts, but this was to test that the pods are going to fit perfectly. So I used my little jig to make this slant in here, and these are 1 1/4 inch slices of a 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe. I'm going to do it here, and then now I have them going on the sides, and then staggered down in the center is one, and then again right here and right here. We aren't doing any on this side because it's going in a window and that's not going to get any sunlight. So for this part, we're heating the area above it, around the cut, and below the cut. When it gets nice and swollen, that's when we will try and start prying the hole. As you can see, it's starting to swell. We want it to swell a little more. Now, this is my little pry tool. It's a 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe. I'm gonna jam it in here. Hold that tight, Sina. And as you can see, it is flexing. So we want to get it in. Now, there we go. Make this nice and flat. And there we go. Now, spin it around a bit to keep that shape. We're going to heat this up again, and then we're going to shove this little round in there. Okay, as you can see, all the pod holes have been cut and the rounds were inserted. And we did do a test fit to make sure everything fits. They will just slide right in. And these are the seed pods. I got a set of them off Amazon, a 40-pack. I think it was like $10. And then we'll just drop these in, add water. Okay, so I cut the hole in the lid and slid it through. I also drilled some holes through the bottom with a 3/8 inch bit, just so that I can make it easy to have the water flow through. Now, this is the pump that we're going to use for the water. Got it off Amazon. I'll link it. It was about $25, $26. And I picked this connector up from Lowe's. It's got a screw on one end and a 1/2 inch connector on the other side. Okay, so the next thing is I had to cut about 7-inch piece, and I used my hole saw to cut a hole in it. That hole was a little bigger than it needs to be, but it'll work out. So this piece is going to go right in here. So now the point to this hole and this pipe is, so this will be our fill hole to add water, and this hole is going to be for the power cord for the pump to come out of. Now with this piece that was threaded on earlier, we're going to stick it in the bucket and then thread I think this is like an 8-foot power cord or 6-foot. We're going to thread it through this hole, and then we're going to start putting this thing together. Now with that threaded through, all we have to do is stick in the 1/2 inch pipe. And then the last step to this is going to be sticking this thing on. We're going to stick it on like this because we want the pipe to go through the back end. As you can see, everything's put together, and the pipe comes in just shy of the top of this. So just add the lid, and for the most part, this tower is complete now. As you can see, the last thing we had to do was add a coupling and a on one side slip, the other side screw, and then I added a shower head that I picked up from Lowe's. Now I'm gonna take these with the little dirt pods, get them wet, and we're gonna add some seeds. So I picked up this plant food made by Miracle-Gro. It gives pretty straightforward instructions. I'm gonna be using the 2mm, the household plant guide. So this is a 5-gallon bucket that will be 10 milliliters. We're gonna see how that is to start. So to get the pods wet, it's just a quick little soak in a tub of water, and then just a quick insert, and they're all set. So as you can see, this is the array of seeds I'm going to use, from greens to onions to peppers and tomatoes. We'll see how this all works out in about a month. To put the seeds in, I'm going to grab some tweezers and put about 2 to 3 in each hole. So everything's seeded. I'll do an update in about December for the progress of the plants. So this project total cost me roughly $125. I'll put it in the description, the exact cost. A few of the things I had on hand already, like the 1/2-inch PVC pipe. So that wasn't a cost, but it would be a cost for anyone else doing this. For a DIY hydroponics tower, pretty easy. I would say total time took about 3 hours. The only thing I'd be careful of is when you're cutting the PVC pipes. If you're using a miter saw, hold them firmly and keep your hand a good distance away from the blade, just to be safe than sorry. Anyway, later.